www.lorannorthey.com/coaching. My name's Loran Northey and I'm an anxiety detox specialist, and one of the tips I'd like to share with you today about overcoming anxiety and just getting rid of all the stuff that you no longer need is arguing with yourself. Now, we all talk to ourselves. Most of us don't like to admit it, but we do. So when that little voice comes up and says, you'll never be able to do that, you're not good enough, it'll never happen for you, all of that, rubbish that comes up, I want you just to simply say, no. No. And think about what the opposite is. So, for example, if your thought is, that'll never happen for you, you're never going to get that. Say, no, I have had that before. Or, if it's something like, you're not lucky, there's no point buying a ticket. So, no, before, I won £5 on the lotto, so why shouldn't I buy a ticket? Whatever it is, I want you to argue the point. So, if it's you're not good enough, I want you to argue all the points and times when you have been good enough, when you've managed to pass an exam, when you've managed to catch the bus on time, when you've managed to buy the right size clothes for you, or go on holiday, or whatever it is. If it's, you're not lovable, then I want you to argue the point and just imagine and state to yourself all the people that do love you and have loved you in your life, so that disproves that. So basically, whatever you have going on, whatever your statement is, or your negative emotion of, oh, I'm never going to have this, or that's never going to happen to me, or it always goes wrong for me, something like that, I want you to simply think of the opposite and then argue the point of when that opposite is true for you. And if it's a case of, oh, that'll never happen for me, and it hasn't happened for you in the future, then that's easy to argue as well, because all you've got to think of is somebody that's done it already, and then argue the point on how they're the same as you. So if, for instance, it's somebody who's been successful in business and they've overcome some kind of anxiety along the way, then how are they similar to you? If they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you can do it, somebody else can do it. So if it's humanly possible, then you're able to do it, if you put in the time and effort. So all you've got to do is argue with yourself. You can tell people or not, if you choose to. So, I'm not good enough. No, I am good enough. I've got as much right to that as anybody else has. And even if you don't believe it at the beginning, say it. Keep saying it, keep arguing, because what you think about, you bring about. And if you keep saying it, you will end up believing it. And once you believe it, you'll be living it, doing it, and really being it, and that will make all the difference in your life. Now, if you don't feel comfortable straight away arguing with yourself, because, fear of other people thinking something about you, or maybe you just don't, feel that you can, then go and get an anxiety-busting, partner. Go and get a buddy. Get the buddy system. They can say all their statements to you, and then you can argue the statements back to them, so that you can bash them all out the water. Meet up for a coffee and do it all in one go. You could do it in a nice park, have a picnic, make an occasion of it. You say write down all the stuff that you say constantly to yourself. I'm not good enough, it's never going to happen for me, and I'm unlovable, I'm unlucky, oh my God, life's so terrible, it's never going to get better for me, etc, etc, etc. And then you read out the list. I'm not good enough. Your partner argues the fact and tells you all the reasons why you are. And this works because you just have to be quiet and accept what they say. Then when they've exhausted all of their argument, you move on to the next one. I'm unlucky because, and they argue that point. Now, your list could be 2, it could be 2,000. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. Just start doing it now and argue the point, and make sure that you keep arguing until you think the opposite. You are good enough, you are lovable, you are the best human being that you can be at the moment, with the tools and the skills and the knowledge that you know. We can all improve, we can all be, learn stuff and get better as we go along, but for right now, let's be the best that we can be right now. So get practicing, get arguing with yourself, get those negative thoughts and all that rubbish out of your head, argue the point. You're the best that you can be, you're certainly good enough, and you're certainly lovable. So My name's Loran and you've been listening to my video on www.lorannorthey.com/coaching. If you'd like to find out about a free mentorship onto the Loran program, which is Anxiety Detox for Worry-Free Living, then please come along to the website. Lots of free resources, ebooks, MP3s, audios, all sorts of stuff. So I'd really look forward to hearing from you and hopefully working with you in the future. So take care, keep practicing and get happy.